Greetings WordPressers, Jakson here. Welcome to the channel. Nice to have you as always. Made a video a few weeks ago, used a demo of a site I built for a client a few months ago. I got a question in the comments from Groovebird who asks, how do I do the three images overlapping? And I replied, well, it's pretty simple with a bit of custom CSS. Would you like me to show you how? And of course, Groovebird was well up for it. But before I show you how, just a quick word, because you might think, well, why just make the graphic, one graphic? Well, there's a couple of reasons, three actually. One is that if you wanted to change the images, the client wanted to change them, or someone made a decision down the line, you'd have to go back to your graphics program, or even back to a graphic designer who maybe did the design and say, can you make the change one of the images in the three images, or change it completely? So it allows the users, the editors, the site owners to change the images. Number one. Big one. Number two is a little bit of SEO juice, by the way. More images equals more alt text, and descriptive file image names is always good for your SEO as well. And number three is this, I just like doing CSS. It's pretty simple as that. So I thought I'd whiz through the way we do this with a little bit of custom CSS. So Groovebird, this one's for you. Okay, so this is what Groovebird was talking about, this little hero section with these three images, which, as you can see, because I can pick them up one by one, are separate images. I've got a demo site set up with a similar sort of layout with two columns, etc. Let's go have a look at that. Okay, we just got the starter block theme running. That is free, and it's a free download. Go and watch the video about that. If you want a brilliant starter theme for your next from scratch project, that's the one for you. Go get it. It's free. Right, let's get pages open and let's go to that home page. We'll just open that in a new window. And here's our page. Let's get that open. I'll just show you the structure quickly. So we've got a group, two columns. Column one's got the text in. Column two's got that in. We can close that up now. Let's get an image in. Now we'll just do the styling for the first one to get the circle going and all that kind of jazz. Let us get over to our settings and styles and settings. We'll leave it at full size. Go to our styles, get aspect ratio on square. Now we could use the rounded, which is the core style option. So we get that rounded like that. But I prefer to use percentages and put that at 100% and it gives the same thing. Right, well, let's make that a little smaller just for now. Get more working space. We need a border on there. I don't know, maybe 10. There you go. And we'll make it white. And we need the box shadow to make it pop out the page. Shadow, and then that will shadow on the bottom here. We'll just give it that sort of really lightweight shadow. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to duplicate that twice. Duplicate and duplicate. Now on this, we get back to our original demo. So we've got two kind of over this way and two and one over that way. So what we'll do is we'll leave them all left aligned because, and I'll show you why in a sec, because we want to be able to control them. So let's get back to our editor. Now what we want to do is add a little CSS, and I've got, of course, the fantastic CSS Class Manager plugin installed. I just don't need that because that was just me flicking between the two different styles, which means that we can add our classes from our class lists if we've got them, and that's built into the blank theme, by the way. But also we can also pop it up and show it on its own little box so it's nice and available to us. So we're going to call this image 1, and we go down to the bottom. We say create image 1, new class. Same with that. Get rid of that again. Image 2. Scroll down. We'll get the create image 2. If you're not running the class manager, you just type in your classes in there. But go watch this video, because the class manager is bonkers good, and you can download my free accompanying plugin which gives you my classes for responsive design in WordPress. Go watch the video. Okay, same here, and that will be, of course, image 3. Create image 3. Save that. Get back to our front end and our demo page, and there's all our images. Let's inspect the first one. Well, actually, before we do that, let's just make them a bit smaller, because obviously they've got to be this size, just so we are doing things in the right order here. That can stay the same, because it might even be a bit bigger actually, mightn't it? Let's get back to let's get that like that maybe, and this one is definitely much smaller, probably like that, but that'll do for now. We can tweak that in a second. So image 1, let's go find that on our demo site. inspect that. And if we do a little look for our image in our HTML, we see we've got image 1 there. And if we pick it and then return, it will take us to the actual container with the class on it. Now, I don't know why, but images, when you put one into your block editor, have a container called, which is a figure container. Not entirely sure why. It's to do with the styling. Anyway, ours is not the reason why, but we want to target the image underneath it, you see, because the container is full width. We want to target that. So we get on the image, select the image, go new rule, drop our .image1 in there. And by putting image after it, we're targeting that. And if we put a margin left of 20%, you see how we can just up that and get that roughly in the right place. Then we'll go on to our image 2. And this is just another little tip to go find stuff in the HTML. And then that's what we want. That, if you recall, it's the image underneath it. Create a new rule, put our image 2 in there, targeting the image. Okay, don't forget to put in your period mark, image 2. And then we want the margin top on that as minus 120 px, maybe, and maybe a little more. There you go. Look, you see, we're doing it. Now I'm just going to take all of that and inspect that, and come on, inspect. That's our image 3. Let's make a new rule, and we can just simply change that to image 3 and do margin top minus 200 px. Might be a little one. What's that saying? Oh, that's not too far off, is it? Might need to be a bit bigger. Anyway, look, you can adjust as you like. So let's start getting this into our CSS. Now, this is the blank theme, so I'm allowed to put CSS in my style.css, but if you're using a parent theme, you should be using a child theme for your additional styles, or you can put it in the style editor, or you can get a snippet plugin, but this is what we need. So image 3, well, let's just take that for now, copy that. I've got my VS Code open. We're going to go into that and overlapping section. Image 3 is that. Image 2 is that there, like that. And image 1 was our little 36% copy rule. Get that in. It's a bit back to front, but anyway. Let's save that, let's refresh that, and boom, we've done it. But what does it look like on mobile or smaller screen sizes? Let's get into iPhone mode. Well, you can see immediately that we've got a problem, but it's only when it breaks. Well, when it breaks, it's kind of okay, like there. It's when it gets to here that we want to give it a bit more space, yes? So what's that, 500, and let's call it 550. We get on here, we put a little media query in. At media, and we do max width 550px and open up the query. And then what we want on image 1 is, well, that's okay. Well, let's just get this to so 550. So on image 1 at 550, let's just indent that so we know what we're doing. Margin left, where's image 1 on here? Let's get that going. We can change that to 100px. Okay, perfect. So change that. When it hits 550, we have it set to 100px. Save that. Refresh. That stays the same. Let's get it smaller. I think image 2 needs to come down a little bit so we see a bit more of image 1. So let's take image 2. Let's get that in our media query. Indent that so we are aware of that. And so rather than 157 minus, let's make it 117, so we'll take 40px off that. See what I mean? And the same with image 3 margin top. Let's drop that into the query and put that as, I don't know, it's not a huge amount. It's 170 px. How's that work? Yeah, I mean, just have a muck around, like whatever feels good for you. So let's just get that on a real phone, because I think that's probably going to determine our margin left. So I think that's probably not even 100, is it? Let's do 50. Save, refresh, boom. There you go. That is your CSS all nicely done for your overlapping images. Go give it a try, Groovebird. You probably want to change the images for your real website, but anyway, Get your comments in below. Do please give us a like, because it does help the old algorithm. And if you want a bit more custom WordPress block action theming action, try this video for size. But until next time, I shall see you later.